Hello, welcome to Everyday Cooking with Ann. It's summertime. In fact, I'm filming this at summer solstice. It's actually June 22nd. Ice cream season has officially begun. I'm going to start it off with a really amazing recipe that I made up. And mint chocolate chip seems to be the favorite of most women I know.
Girly ice cream.
Yes, my husband, who is Mr. Ann, and you've seen on this channel frequently with his ice creams and also his ices and sorbets that he makes, and he's kind of famous for those. He grew up in an ice cream family, and we have been an ice cream family, been through several ice cream makers. And ice cream is a huge part of our life and entertainment. And so my husband, by the way, he walks 5 miles a day just so he can eat his ice cream. Literally, that's why he does it. And he works out with weights too, so he's a pretty buff old dude for being his age. So I'm pretty blessed about that. Okay, and so we're going to make peppermint chocolate chip ice cream. And let me show you some of the ingredients we're going to use today, because this honestly is probably almost every woman I know's favorite ice cream. And so it's going to be a mint chocolate chip. And so what we're going to use today is I have already chopped up semi-sweet chocolate here, 4 ounces. Now you can use regular chocolate chips or mini chocolate chips if you want, but make sure they're chopped up. So if you're going to use regular chocolate chips, just chop them as best you can. But you can see I've chopped these in little chunks, big and little chunks, and that's what makes it so good. I'm also adding into our ice cream my Andes mints, which I love. I'm so excited to have these in our ice cream, and I've chopped up some of these. So these will be little chunks of mint, Andes mints as well. And then of course peppermint extract, you want the real deal. And of course a little bit of green food coloring, vanilla. And we're using pretty much my basic vanilla recipe, which uses eggs and cream and whole milk. It's got to be very cold. I just took it out of the fridge. Our cream as well. So let's get started. This is going to be used in our 1.5 quart Cuisinart whole condenser ice cream maker, which we'll show you in just a moment when we're ready to put it in. But right now we're going to mix up the ice cream. Okay, to get started, we start with 2 whole eggs, and we're going to put those in our Breville. And I'm going to beat this until it's nice and lemon colored. Okay, I beat this until it's pretty much a nice lemon color. And I'm going to add my 1 cup of sugar slowly. 1.5 cups of whole whipping cream, organic whipping cream. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. In our vanilla ice cream, I usually add more, but we're making mint ice cream, but I want that vanilla flavor in there with it, so I'm going to add just a teaspoon. I'm going to add a whole teaspoon of peppermint extract. Actually 1.5 teaspoons. You ladies are going to be so happy. Okay, now I am going to add maybe a little drop or 2 of green to the consistency I want. I'm going to look at it again. I don't want it too light. Maybe just another drop. That's perfect. I'm also going to add another 1.25 cup of whole cold milk. Make sure it's whole milk. We'll be putting it in our container. We're not going to be adding our chocolate until towards the end of the ice cream making. So I'll be back with you in just a moment when you'll see it in our Cuisinart ice cream maker. This is our gem of a piece of equipment we have in our household that we cannot live without. Our son gave it to us, and we've never gone back to the bowl ice cream maker you can get from Cuisinart. If that's what you have, make sure you put that bowl and that it's completely frozen in the very coldest part of your freezer before you get it out to make your ice cream, and just follow your ice cream directions that way. But if you're lucky enough and want to spend the money on an ice cream maker with condenser, you can actually make this for a crowd, and you can make time after time. You can make 3 or 4 different batches or different types of ice cream, and all in a row, all in one day. So that's what's the beauty of having this. Not that we have, but you know, I love the 1.5 size quart, especially for our family, because there's just 2 of us and sometimes guests, and it actually lasts pretty long. But if you have a large family, one of these will be great too to use for, you can do a double batch as well. So you could do actually 3 quarts if you wanted. Okay, here's our mint ice cream that's all just beautifully made. I'm going to add this to the maker right now and see where it comes up on our, see if we need to add a little bit more milk. The mint flavor, I tested it, is really, really good. I hate to lose anything, so that's why I'm continuing to put it all in. It's at about the right place right now, at about 3/4 of an inch down, so I'm not going to be adding any more milk. Is that right, Wayne? Okay. Mr. N is advising me here. So we won't be adding any milk to this. Now I'm going to put this on right here and just go until it snaps. Power on, timer on, and start. Our ice cream bowl that we took out of the freezer. I've just added all of my Andes mints and semi-sweet chocolate to the, you can see how kind of very soft it is. That's okay. It's going to turn out great. We're going to put it in the freezer again for about 3 hours, and I'm going to take it out when it's a perfect consistency and show you how it works. You saw how soft it was last night when we put it in our container. So now we have our ice cream ready to dish up and display it. And you can see it's just a perfectly wonderful green. I only put a couple of drops in. And the chocolate chips are amazing. It's hardened up just perfectly nicely. Put that right in there. Put a little mint leaf in there, and it's ready to serve.